1991 USA 5-cent coin. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that many of you might have tossed aside without a second thought, the humble, yet fascinating, 1991 United States 5-cent coin. And now, at first glance, there's nothing special about this nickel. It looks just like the ones minted today, right? You've got Thomas Jefferson on the front, Monticello on the back. It's the classic design we all know. But what if I told you that this specific year, 1991, holds a key to understanding a pivotal moment in American numismatics? To understand the 1991 nickel, we have to travel back in time to the early 90s. This was a time of change. The Cold War was ending, the internet was in its infancy, and the U.S. economy was recovering from a recession. The U.S. Mint was busy producing millions, even billions, of coins to keep up with the demands of a growing economy, and the 5-cent coin was no exception. It was a workhorse, a staple of daily transactions. So, let's talk numbers. The U.S. Mint has two primary production facilities for circulating coins, Philadelphia and Denver. For 1991, the Philadelphia Mint produced a staggering 1.45 billion nickels. That's before billion. And the Denver Mint wasn't far behind, minting over 1.2 billion of its own. When you add in the San Francisco Mint's proof coins, we're talking about a total mintage well over 2.6 billion. So, you might be thinking, okay, that's a lot of coins. Why is the 1991 nickel special? Well, the answer lies in its everyday nature. Because so many were produced, and so many were spent and circulated, the vast majority of 1991 nickels you'll find today are in less than perfect condition. They're scuffed, scratched, and worn down by years of use. But what if you could find one that looks like it just rolled off the press? This, my friends, is where the story gets interesting for collectors. A 1991 nickel in pristine, uncirculated condition is what numismatists call gem uncirculated. And while billions were made, only a small fraction of them were preserved in this state. Most were simply put into circulation and never looked back. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified very few 1991 nickels at the highest grades. For instance, as of today, a very small number of 1991 P nickels have been graded at MS66, and even fewer at MS67. When you get to these top-tier grades, the value of the coin can jump from a few cents to hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. This phenomenon isn't unique to 1991, but it's a perfect example of a numismatic principle called condition rarity. A coin can have a high mintage, but if almost all of them were used and worn out, the few that survived in pristine condition become highly sought after. But wait, there's another reason the 1991 nickel is a fun one to hunt for. In 1991, the San Francisco Mint also produced proof nickels. These aren't for circulation. They're special coins made for collectors, struck multiple times with polished dies on specially prepared planchets. They have a beautiful, mirror-like finish, and you can see the difference immediately. They're marked with an S Mint mark. While they're not rare in the traditional sense, they are a beautiful piece of numismatic art and an essential part of any collection. So, what does this all mean for you? Well, it means that the next time you get a handful of change, don't just dismiss the 1991 nickel. Check the mint mark. Is it a P4 Philadelphia, a D4 Denver, or an S4 San Francisco? And while you're at it, look for any signs of exceptional condition. Does it have a strong, sharp strike? Are the details of Jefferson's hair and Monticello's columns crisp? Is there an absence of dings and scratches? If you find one that looks particularly clean, you might have a hidden treasure on your hands. In the world of coin collecting, it's not always about the flashy, rare coins from the distant past. Sometimes, the most rewarding finds are the ones hidden in plain sight, waiting to tell their story. The 1991 5-cent coin is a perfect example of this. It's a reminder that even the most common objects can hold a secret history, a small piece of our past just waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next coin story. Happy hunting!